Are you ready for our next speaker?
Yes, we are.
Woohoo! Sumaya O'Grady is a soul alchemist who teaches people to make a powerful mindset shift that leads them to life mastery and accelerated spiritual growth. She's been a spiritual teacher and healer for over 30 years. Sumaya has guided hundreds of clients to attune to the power of their divine source, free up their energy from the burden of old mistakes and resentments, and align with their purpose. Sumaya has studied, practiced, and taught many of the world's wisdom traditions, including Tibetan Buddhism, core shamanism, Sufism, and ascended masters traditions. She continues to explore healing and wisdom traditions that empower people and create spiritual momentum. Please welcome Sumaya O'Grady.
Thank you. You are not a human being in search of a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being immersed in a human experience. When I first heard this quote by Teilhard de Chardin, I felt a really big internal alignment. Everything in me just went ker-chunk, ker-chunk, ker-chunk. You know, when those puzzle pieces all fall into place. I knew that I had a deep spiritual light, but I couldn't connect to it because I was so covered over with limiting beliefs. I had so many that even my limiting beliefs had limiting beliefs. So it was a tough case. I was determined to find my freedom. So I went on a search. And on my search, I ended up going to see the Dalai Lama, and I got lost in the Himalayas. The path disappeared. And so I ended up just climbing up the side of the mountain, hoping I was going to get there. And I did. I stayed with the Tibetans for 6 months and studied their powerful tools from the lamas there. And that was one of the things I did. Years later from that, I met a Sufi teacher from Jerusalem, and I studied with him for 16 years, absorbing all that I could. And his tradition was all about healing whatever the barriers are against love, because that tradition is all about connecting to love. And let's face it, if no one here had a barrier to love, we'd all be enlightened. Well, maybe you are. I wasn't. So in this search, I did find a lot of very powerful tools, and I've been teaching them for the last 30 years. However, it took a while to unpeel and undo all of those limiting beliefs, but when I did, I discovered that I was stepping out and taking big risks. I realized that I was tapping into my authentic power. Now, authentic power is not power over, it's power within. It's the power to stand out and face the world with just who you are. There's no need for perfection. This is just being real with who you are. Now, there are 3 reasons why authentic power is important. One of them is that when you have it, you don't get buffeted around by the whirlwind of other people's opinion. And then, your authentic power is connected to your essence. It is who you are in the deepest place. So you are kept on track with your divine purpose. You begin to uncover what that is. And the last thing that's important about authentic power, is that it connects you deeply into love. And love is the most powerful force in the world. And it is what the world wants most. I had a dream to get to Sedona, Arizona. And I really had no idea how to do that. And I got so swept up, I hadn't tapped into my authentic power at this point. And I was building my business, and I was serving my clients, creating programs, and networking. And I spent all my time, and I occasionally, about once every 3 months, went out and had some fun. If you're an entrepreneur, you get that. And it's because I got so swept up in that my dream of moving to Sedona stayed on a high shelf, and it gathered dust. And that's not good when that happens to a dream. You see, I now know that there is a secret to dreams. And it's very simple. Would you like to know? Yes? The secret is you have to tap in and find out what it is. Because if you're not paying attention, then your dream can push on you, but you don't know why you're being pushed from within. In order to tap into your dream, you have to spend time going within. This means taking up some kind of a spiritual practice and really carving out time to do it. You can do a sitting meditation, you can do a moving meditation, whatever works to guide you inside. And then the thing is, if you just do it occasionally, it doesn't work. Nothing happens. But if you start doing it regularly, that's when everything changes. You have to be a warrior to guard your time, to carve it out so that you can make this happen. Otherwise, your to-do list will eat up 100% of your time. Has anyone ever had that happen? Yes, okay. Here's the horrifying truth about to-do lists. If you cut off one, the first one at the top of your list, 5 more appear in its place. It's like some hydra-headed monster. Yet, if you really take a stand for yourself and carve out that time, that's when everything changes. This I can guarantee you. Now, I know it's easy to get waylaid. This is what happened to me. I got really waylaid. I had visited Sedona, and it's a powerful, beautiful place. It's a power spot here on the planet in Arizona. And I knew the Red Rocks had welcomed me home. And yet, every time I visited after that, I would tap in and say, well, can I move here now? And the answer was always no. And this went on for years and years. Finally, I realized what the problem was. I didn't have enough self-love to actually give myself my dream. Everything else was more important, except what I most deeply wanted. So as I finally found a solution, because I learned a whole new system of knowledge and teachings and practices, and these practices were so powerful. They were accelerators. And when I started applying these practices on a regular basis for myself, It's like I have to teach what I teach. I have to do what I teach. It kept me on track, and it definitely kept me into my purpose, focused me, and helped me to reach into love. Really deeply be anchored into love, not have it be a steady state. So, something started to change. In fact, a lot of things started to change. And as I stand here now on stage with you, I know that my living room is piled high with moving boxes. I'm going to Sedona. If someone had told me a year ago that this would be my reality in September of 2017, I would have said, "What? I don't think so." So, would you like to know how I did that? Yes. Good. It was because I was so relentlessly diligent with the spiritual tools that I used that my inner light guided me toward my goal. And I want that to happen for everybody here who has a dream, how many of you know that you have a dream that you want to actualize? Yes. And you know that you already have an inner light and a spiritual spark within, right? Yes. Now, for a little change of pace, because I've been talking to you about this, so I would like to guide you into an experience of your inner light, your higher self, your authentic power. So, are you up for that? Yes. Yep. All right. Good. So, get comfortable. Close your eyes and just take in a big, deep breath. Just let yourself feel relaxed. Let those shoulders drop. Feel your feet on the floor. Now place your hand over your heart and we'll do some breathing together. You'll breathe in to the count of 5 and out to the count of 5. We'll do 3 of those breaths. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now think of something that you're grateful for, and just hold the thought and let it percolate all through your being. We'll do that for 20 seconds. And now for the next 3 breaths, imagine that you are breathing in through your hand and right into your heart. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And out. And now think of something that you really love and appreciate about yourself, and just hold that thought and let it fill your heart. It's a warm feeling. And now call yourself home, and you do that by silently and with love. Speak your name into your heart 3 times. And take an intentional breath, intending to go a little bit deeper. Breathe in and out. Now you're in a deeper level of your heart. And in this deeper level, you'll see or you'll sense a doorway. When you see it or sense it, walk through the doorway and into another chamber within your heart. And when you walk through, you will see your higher self. And she, if you're a woman, or he, if you're a man, will greet you. Take a moment to just look into your higher self's eyes, to connect heart to heart. And then receive the love that is radiating out from your higher self. It's really just you. And absorb it. Let it come in. Bask in it. And now, if you wish, you can ask your higher self a question. And the answer might come as words or a symbol or just a feeling. And now, know that you can return to this meditation anytime you wish. We'll come out of the meditation by doing 3 breaths. Breathe in and out. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel where you're sitting. Breathe in and out. Open your eyes, look around the room, breathe in and out. Feel yourself fully back and present in the room. Look around the room at the color green or any other color. I just wanted to leave you with a closing thought. Gandhi said that our greatest ability is not to change the world, but it's to change ourselves. And I would add to that the greatest way to change yourself is to love yourself enough to give birth to your dreams. Thank you.